How are we doing today, everybody? This is Chris Stevens with Stevens Sling and Dirt. Just another day in the shop. We didn't shoot any video over the weekend. We had other things going on. We had some family come down for the day, and then we also had my grandma's birthday over the weekend. Plus the weather wasn't the greatest for getting the cars out. So we pretty much had other stuff going on. Just like to give a big thanks out to everybody that's been subscribing to our channel. We're up to 29 subscribers, which is pretty awesome for only being up for about a week. Just kind of going over stuff that we're going to be doing on the cars. You know, I've been going through a lot of the suspension parts. I haven't found anything too alarming on the car. I did get this lower brace down here for our door. I got it replaced. Still got to go through the power steering pump because that last night racing at Beatrice, I lost my power steering. Went through all my lines and went through my reservoir and it was all full. So I don't know if it's something internal inside the power steering pump. So we're still using the power steering pump, which is up front here. I can't really see all that well. But yeah, we're still using this style power steering pump. I mean, I would eventually like to run a reverse mount power steering tandem pump because we're still running the mechanical fuel pump up here. And in our rules, we're allowed to run that fuel pump back there. Reason why I pulled the carburetor off because it was all gummed up. So I don't know if it, with it there being a little bit of E85 in there, kind of gummed everything up or what, but we're still waiting on the gasket kit for that so we can get it all back together because I tried starting up here a while ago and the throttle was sticking. So don't need that. I mean, yeah, we need to go fast, but we don't need the throttle sticking. So, and then like over here on Tucker's car, we're still waiting on some lower A arms and then the weight jack kits. We've been having a lot of problems when we first started racing this. We were having a lot of issues over here on the right front, not getting down like it's supposed to. It was always binding up with the caster camber. We really don't have the caster camber set up the way we want to because there's not enough room to run the shock inside here. We've noticed a lot of guys mounting the shock on the outside of the lower A arm, whether it fits either on the front or the back of it. If you guys have any ideas, best way to get this to travel like it's supposed to, we'd really appreciate it. But like I said, you know, we're just working with what we can do. I mean, it all takes money and time, which we don't have a whole lot more time left. I mean, we got our first race in April, so we've still got a little over 2 months to get these hot rods ready to go fast and turn left. Like I said, if you guys have any input on that front suspension on that right side, I mean, we'd really appreciate it. You know, I like to give a big thanks to Steve Kemp. He's a really good guy. He's helped me set up my late models. Between him and at the time he was getting a lot of input from Jackie Boggs because he was pretty good friends with Jackie. So I mean, we went off a lot of stuff that the knowledge that he was giving us on how to set this car up. I mean, I remember the first time I even jumped in a late model, and that thing was just like a lead sled. It wasn't doing nothing. It was just driving around like it was on a Sunday cruise. So, I mean, I got to give a big shout out to Steve Kemp.
Come a long way, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, he's helped us out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not the kind of guy that's just going to do all the work for you. He wants you to get out. He wants you to get down there, and he'll tell you what you need to do, but he wants you to do it yourself so that way you know what you're doing. And I just heard here not too long ago, one of our local drivers, Tyler Andreessen, he's hanging up the hat. That's too bad, but you know, I mean, sometimes you got to make new choices and new adventures. We wish the best of luck for him and his family. So, but like I said, we're just down here at the shop trying to go over our list of stuff. Making a list of stuff that we need for our cars and stuff like that.
Kind of what we've been doing for the past 2 days now.
What's that?
Making lists, going
Yep.
over the lists.
Yeah. Seems like every year that list never gets small. Seems like it always gets bigger every year.
And then a couple of weeks before racing season, we finally get everything going.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're always the last minute type.
Oh yeah. Seems like we're never ahead of that game. We're always behind the 8 ball.
Even the day of racing, we are always. I mean, sometimes we get up and get going to the track, but
Yeah.
usually we're a little behind.
Oh yeah, because we're always trying to get some stuff. We'll get the cars all running, and then all of a sudden we find something that we missed.
And we always forget about the tools and stuff like that, so we gotta pack the trailer and
Oh yeah.
forget about stuff.
Like I said, we're running a Ford 9-inch in this thing still again this year.
And we are running IMCA rules in both cars.
Yep, we are running IMCA Bulls in both cars.
Eventually, we're gonna try to get a quick change under here, but
Yep,
this rear end's good enough for now.
yeah.
It's only my second season, so.
Just got to figure out how we can get it to free up a little more. It seems like it's a little stiffer than most of the cars out there. When they're out there warming up their tires, you can see that their suspension's really traveling like it's supposed to. Ours is kind of pretty stiff.
Yeah.
So, but we need to get a new slider for this side because I've had that slider for forever.
10 years.
So,
Yeah.
but we're still we're learning. We're trying to, like I said, it just takes time. And everybody knows that it takes time. You know, it takes time to get these cars going the way you want them. I mean, my son, he did a heck of a lot better in a modified than I did my first few years when I raced modifieds. I just couldn't get the cars set up for nothing. We tried all different types of setups, and some worked and some didn't. And then when I finally would get something going, then I decided, oh, I need a new car. I need to get something different.
That is a big problem with him.
Yeah, that is.
He sets his car up real nice, gets it good, and then just gets a new car the next year, and then it takes us about a whole winter.
And not only if it's a new car, it's like a totally different chassis. So
Yeah, not even the same brand. Like we had a Shaw, and then we went over to a Swartz.
in the late models, but in the
In late models.
modifieds we had a Jet, and then we went from a Jet to a WFO. So we went from like 111-inch wheelbase down to 108-inch wheelbase. So,
But we'll keep these cars.
oh yeah,
For sure, the late model. We'll keep it for a while because, I mean, it's brand new.
I know we don't even have not even a dozen races on this thing.
No.
We bought it in 2018, and we didn't even get it on the track till last year.
We only had
So,
2,
I mean, we
6 races.
like maybe 6 races altogether on this thing.
I think all of them are 2-day shows too.
Yep. So we're still learning on this car. So, like I said, we really appreciate if you guys have any ideas on how to help our program out, trying to get these cars to set up a little better. We really appreciate it. If there's something that you know better than us, hey, we really appreciate it. I mean, that's what it's all about, you know, taking the input from other people that have been racing for quite a few years.
I mean, we've been racing for a while. Well, Dad has in big cars, but still need all the help we can get.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Especially since there's new things every year.
oh yeah. I mean, that spring smashing thing, that seemed to be a really big popular thing in the late model and even on these modifieds. And then they got that, what is that thing called in the front where that load stick. It's all about getting the right amount of load per tire. I mean, I know back when I was racing, it seemed like everybody thought it was a cool thing to run around that track on 3 wheels. And some guys were like, oh yeah, you know, but, and then it got to where, you know, you need to keep all 4 tires on the ground.
And then now it's keep all 4 on the ground and get the rear end in the air.
Yeah, and then like I said, it has to do a lot about the front end geometry on these things. From a few of the guys I've talked to, you know, that front end plays a big key thing in this. But anyways, like I said, just like and subscribe to us. Give us any comments in the description. We really appreciate it. We'll get back with you guys hopefully maybe tomorrow then.